woke up this morning and I prayed to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Hey, Shalawam.
Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. Because this is where the Helpmeets hang out. Welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout. Because this is where the Helpmeets hang out. And this is where we hang out and this is where we be it. Every Sunday, because this is where we be it. Because this is where we see it. Every other Sunday. Every other Sunday.
Period. Okay.
Every other Sunday. Every other Sunday. We come and we party. We come and we party. Throw your hip in, throw your elbow in, throw your shoulder in.
Abarriyah does not appreciate that. Okay?
How are y'all? You
My
said what?
and sisters are doing well through the spirit. I said that baby do not appreciate you doing all of that.
Girl, she trying to go to sleep.
She
She
used
needs
to
some
it.
look.
Most and sisters are doing well, enjoying their feast week or preparing or,
Yeah, I don't like this.
getting ready for a new week. All of that, all in one.
Con.
Did you want to start off with that? Oh.
No, I was just gonna lay back up what you said. Lord willing, sisters feast week is going good, and if you about or it goes good for those that's about to keep it. But I will get that foundational precept. 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahawah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahawah giveth, that Yahawah in all things will be glorified through Yahawashi HaMashiach, to whom be praised the man, forever and ever. Amen. Move the microphone up so I can look better.
Ooh.
You can hear me
good? Sure can.
Here y'all. I'll break this. I hope y'all ain't hear the hiccups for real. I feel like
we heard just one of them. Well, that was the first one I heard. I probably tuned out a little bit, but yeah. I turned that off and it's immediately cold. I don't like being cold, y'all. I need a little vacay, a little staycay.
Like in the middle. That's why I love spring. But this spring weather down here in Georgia, it's been rainy, it's windy. It feels good.
Oh, it's like Florida. Is it more like Florida?
Girl, I don't know. Oh. It's been really rainy, very where my part. It rains frequently, very, very, very windy. Some days it's hotter than others, but it's not extremely hot and it's not extremely cold. But at nighttime it gets nippy. So that's how I would describe the weather. Honestly.
Florida. Well, it's giving very much Florida vibes.
Y'all see Lily done changed the colors of our names to blue to pink. From blue to
she
pink.
left me up to my own devices. That's not fair.
I said, when did it get pink? You change it to pink? Look, I ain't mad at you.
Hey man, I just was on here doing stuff. I
ain't mad at you. Dum, 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 dum.
You had to switch it up.
I ain't mad at you. Dum, 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 dum. If you know, you know.
Tupac. Hey.
But
see,
y'all,
that's
for
what
real,
I'm here doing.
On a serious note, y'all, we need to have a talk. We need to have a conversation about some serious business.
Trigger warning.
Them edges is edging, period.
Since 94.
Okay. Whatever that means. But
girl, I was born in 1994. So my edges been edging since 94.
That's why you said that?
Mm-hmm.
For you to say you was born in 1994, it really has me like confounded right now. Like I knew your age. To hear the year is crazy.
That's like when kids be
That
like, "You
girl a
was born in
90s
the late
baby.
19." Period.
Bro,
You was
I have
born in the
five
late
older brothers.
1900s.
I have five older brothers, and my one of my brothers, the youngest of my brothers, obviously he's
Mhm.
older than me. Y'all are 2 years apart, and I'm 6 years apart from him. So that means I'm 8 years apart from you. Oh,
That's a
that's
baby girl.
you said what?
I said that's a baby girl. I remember when I was like 20, 21, honey. Woo.
That is crazy. Yeah, y'all gonna be 21. I'm gonna be
I
21.
can't
I'm gonna
believe
be
I'm about to be
illegally.
30. I'm about to
You
be
say you're
30
gonna be
years
30?
old. Mhm. I know. I'm excited.
You are such a mighty sister for your age. Not, and when I say for your age, I'm not saying it like that. Like maybe I shouldn't say that, but
Cause I'm old now.
no, you're just a mighty sister, very mighty sister.
Girl,
I
you mighty
remember,
sister too. Shoot, what you talking about?
it's all praises. I remember when you told me your age, I just was like, no, because I thought you were like 20 something. Like
A lot of people be thinking I'm younger than what I am. I be like,
I thought we were the same age, or I at least thought you were like 24, 25.
mm-mm. I probably was like maybe 27 at the time, maybe when we first met,
Whew, all
or
praise.
28. Right,
You know, it's
whatever.
a lot of older people in the truth, not old people, but no, that's
Now I'm an elder.
no.
I do got one gray hair though, so listen, y'all, I'm getting there. Mm.
I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying.
Respect, respect my
Like people my age don't be. It's not a lot of people my age in the truth. Like most people in the truth
Hmm.
are like not that many. Not that I think.
When you think about all the different congregations, it is a lot of y'all though.
Oh, it is.
It's a lot of yes, very much so.
Okay, it's a lot of y'all
When
too.
I go on TikTok, baby, it ain't nothing but y'all. And yes, I be on TikTok. Don't
You ain't
judge
gotta
me.
differentiate. You don't gotta differentiate and make it
Don't
any
judge
different.
me. Yes, I be on TikTok.
Everybody that's watching this be on TikTok. So worry about yourself. How about that?
Mm.
But yeah, that's funny. Well, aside from the age, yeah, y'all know I'm 20. I am 20, Dub Club. I'm gonna be 21, Lord willing. And I'll be able to, if I wanted to go have me a little drink, I can do that because I'm be grown.
Sure. This is
I
a
can't
thing.
believe
So.
I know my parents look they be about to cry
Why?
when I get you know what I'm saying? Like as I grow up in age, like I'm finna be
Mm-hmm.
21, I'm their baby girl. I know they be like about to boo hoo because that's how I'm gonna be with my daughter. So
Oh.
I get it. Well, I don't get it yet, but I will. So
At the end of the day, you still somebody's child. Period. So
right, right. My mama,
that's what
she always
that's
be
what
like,
my dad
"You'll
said. He was
forever be
like,
my
"But you still my
baby."
baby." Like
Right.
I said, Dad, I'm about to be 30 years old. He said, I don't care. You still my, because I'm the firstborn. So he's like,
Mm.
you still my baby. I'm like, okay, Dad.
That's how it be. Like it doesn't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter if we 40, 50, we gonna always be their babies. Always. Like my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother, she's in her almost she's almost in her 80s. And one day she told my mom, and my mom is 50 or 51. She told my mom, she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "You will always be my baby." No, I was just like, I thought that was so cute.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I guess, because I was watching something where the lady was like, she's my first love. So it's just like, oh.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's like, I guess it's like one of the most genuine experiences of pure love from
Mm-hmm.
a parent to a child like that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like we was talking about last episode, you have different traumas that you go through that you don't talk about, or you might be seeking and looking for like love, but like when you have your child, it's like, I love you. I love you.
You ain't wrong.
So that's what I was thinking about.
You ain't wrong. Cause yeah, this is a different type of love.
Hmm.
Love.
It's that type of love that, honey, I will go to war. Okay,
Okay.
don't play
Don't
with
play
me.
about. I don't look. I ain't gonna play about mine. I ain't gonna play about mine.
Mm, period. That's how every mother should be.
Yeah. So y'all, let's get straight to business. I'm making a
Sorry,
quick.
y'all. I was about to say we got kind of sidetracked, but it was through the
Y'all know we
spirit.
always get sidetracked. Like this is what we do. We get on here and you know we
Talk about real stuff.
yeah, and we put our personality in it because we want y'all to be engaged, and we are not robots. I remember when I first came into this truth, it took me a while to understand that I can be in the truth and still, you
Have a
know,
personality.
exactly. I can be in the truth
Yeah.
and still want to go give me a pair of shoes or go shopping or go sit at brunch. I can do those things in righteousness. Of course, not getting comfortable in this world because we know the whole duty of man is to serve Yahawashi.
Uh-uh.
That's why we're here. We know what's important. You know, we're not trying to get caught up in this world. We shouldn't be because we don't want to get distracted. But um, be yourself. Have a personality, right? Laugh, smile. Okay, don't walk around always angry. It's not fun. It's really not. And
Okay.
I really have been slacking in my water since postpartum. I have not been drinking as much water as I should, and that is terrible. So today is the day I make a change.
All praises to the Most High. See that? How resilient you are.
I like that. Speaking of resilience, speaking of resilience, we are talking about that today. The resilience of the Israelite woman. What does that mean? What do you think that means, Lily?
When I hear resilience, it's like I I don't know. In my mind, I think of strength. I think
Yeah.
of it's like that quick bounce back, like, or like overcoming a lot of obstacles and still
Mm.
standing strong. And, you know, I know that a lot of our foremothers were very resilient. So that's what I think of.
Just don't get the tears, the rivers flowing today, please.
Oh, I do not have my tissue today. So listen, okay.
Con, the definition, I like that response. The definition of resilience. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. The capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. And when you look up the word withstand, this is what it means. It says remain undamaged or unaffected by, resist, meaning what you go through don't break you, but it makes you. That's the whole
Ooh.
point of being resilient. You're not being broken by your afflictions that you go through, but rather you're getting back up and you're fighting and you're being that woman, walking into the woman the Most High called you to be. But when you look at synonyms for withstand, it means to fight, to stand up to confront, to survive, to endure, ride out, live through, grapple with. I kind of like you gotta grapple with it.
Hold on, ride
Hold
out. Hey,
yeah.
they be
Stand
saying, "Is
firm
you a rider?"
against,
I'm a
hold
ride for
out
the Lord.
against,
Period.
surrender. No, surrender is the opposite. Surrender, yield, give in. Those are opposites. So, oh my goodness, this is the spirit because I was just watching a WFI video from the brother Raya about does Satan have his hands around your neck? And something he said was you can't constantly give in to these spirits. And the opposite of withstand is to give in. So the spirit is moving indeed. But I say all that to say, bring out those definitions is being in this walk, man, it's gonna be hard. And I am just gonna be real because this is a podcast. And this is not social media. Okay. I'm just gonna be real. And I'm gonna have a transparent moment because I can do that. It's okay. Right. I'm not afraid to admit I have not had a good past couple of days or weeks. I have not. And this walk is gonna get tough. And I know a lot. I know personally, I know a few sisters on the count of my hand that have been going through their fair share of hard times. It's been hard. It's Passover season too. Y'all know them spirits get cranked up during Passover season. And so it comes to the point where it's like, okay, Passover season, Satan works extra hard, but how hard are we working? Right? Because that's what being resilient is. Being resilient is not giving in into the flesh, but rather being that servant of the Most High and denying yourself to still get up and serve Him, denying yourself to still get up and fight, denying yourselves to still get up and praise the name of the Lord, even when you feel like you're on your last leg and that you don't want to. It's still getting up to fight. And why do that though? Why do that? Because why still fight? Why do I have to still fight? Because we're trying to get the kingdom. That's why. And this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. And if you get the victory, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it. I've been thinking about that precept lately, and I've been thinking about John lately, because greater is the Most High in us than those in the world, and so it makes me remember. I can be on my last leg, that's fine, but the Most High is greater in me, and as long as I got Him, Yahawashi, as long
Mm.
as I got the Most High, His Son, I'll be all right. I'll make it through. I'll get up because the Most High got me, and the Most High is holding every single one of us up. And that's the only way we're making it through these hard days and these trying tribulations is because the Most High. And so now it's not the time to throw in the towel and quit because we're trying to get the kingdom and the qualities that we want within ourselves, the traits that we want, the characteristics of our righteous foremothers, those things that we pray for. They're not going to come and box with a rope with a ribbon on top and say, "Here you go." That's not how those things happen. The Most High has to try us through the fire, and then we're rewarded those traits because we learn through the fire. It's just like the sister said, me and the sister Lily was having a personal conversation earlier. And like she told me, it's like when you pray to control your mouth, then you and your husband have a situation where you have to learn to control your mouth. You have to be like, you know what? I'm going to walk away and I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to go pray. I'm going to revisit this when I have my words together. I'm not just going to pop it off the mouth. Or better yet, I'm just going to write it down because if I say something, I'm going to get out my body. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to turn up and I don't want to do that. So the only way to get better is through these trials and tribulations. That's how we get better because that gold is going it purifies us, it perfects us, it removes away unwanted characteristics and traits that's not going to be able to bring that we're not going to be able to bring into the Most High kingdom. So in order to be a part of the Most High's kingdom and to be a part of His holiness, we ourselves have to be holy. That's why Christ said, "Be ye therefore holy as I am holy." We're trying to be like
Right.
Christ. So in order to dwell with them, we got to be like them to the best of our ability. Therefore, we have to be as blameless as possible. And the only way to get that, the only way to have our garment as white as possible is to continue to deny ourselves, to continue to fight and endure these trials and tribulations, endure this affliction, because we can't get the kingdom without much tribulation. So that's
Right.
what it means to be resilient. You can't give up, but you got to keep going because better days are coming, baby. Better days are coming. And just leaning on the Most High, because I know, man, the Most High is the only one that's gonna get us through it for all of us. Only the Most High. But it boils down to not turning your back on Him and not giving in to the flesh of what Satan wants you to do, because Satan wants you to throw in the towel. Satan wants you to be like, I'm really going through a hard time right now, and it's not getting better. I keep slipping up in the same areas, and I'm not doing better, so I'm done. I'm done. That's what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to throw in the towel and walk away from this faith. But that's what being resilient is, not doing it, not giving in, and fighting for the Most High, fighting for the kingdom, fighting for your family. And honestly, on my hard days lately, I just look at my daughter and she is the reason why I can't give up, because she needs me and I can't give up. And for
Right.
sisters that don't have children or are not married, you're trying to get the kingdom. We are trying to get the kingdom. You got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for your salvation. Um, And that goes for all of us because we got to work out our own salvation, trembling and fear. So if you want to get that kingdom, you can't give up. You just can't. But I'm done my ramble. Let me get these two precepts. I'm done. Y'all know I have a tendency to talk a lot sometimes. Second Ezra 7:57. Then answered he me and said, "This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose the life that thou mayest live. And then what was the other one I was gonna get? Oh, greater is he. Okay, John 4:4. That is not it. What is that? First John 4:4. Ye are of Yahawah, you're of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Where my pen? I was gonna do the drop pen, but I left it in the living room, so drops pen.
Oh,
But greater is the Most High in us.
damn.
So as long as you got the Most High, sis, that's the point. Or after this, I'm gonna yield for real. We want to We want to go to the Most High. We don't want to run from Him. You're supposed to go to Him. That's what you should be doing in your hard days, or you feel like you can't do it no more. You're supposed to be running to the Most High and just cleaving unto Him the best way you can. And it's gonna get better, slowly but surely, day by day. It's not gonna be better overnight, but as long as you continue to fight each day. And a sister told me last night, it's little progress every day that you don't see. You still got up and prayed. You still got up and read. You still got up and washed your face. Maybe you did.
Hopefully you did.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel good, then at least just brush your teeth. That's, you know.
When you at least get up and wash your face and put some oil on your face, you feel a little
better.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunlight helps a lot. Fresh air. But
Mhm.
it's Luke 22:31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, Satan, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So Christ is praying for some of us that we don't fail. That's beautiful. Because Satan want us to fail. And so we gotta remember, y'all, that we gotta remember, where are you trying to be? Because you're not gonna get there overnight. You're not gonna get there through peaches and cream. And if you thought this walk was gonna be peaches and cream, then you're sadly mistaken. I'm sorry. It's not.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
If it was for everybody, everybody would be doing it. But the Most High didn't call everybody. Many are called, but few are chosen. He chose you. He saw something in you. So get up and keep fighting. Period. And it's not gonna always be easy. It's not. I'm gonna admit it. It's not. We all know it's not. So we just gotta keep enduring, y'all, because it's hard. And Passover season gets extremely hard for some reason. Everybody in the walk knows it's called sifting season. That's how you know them spirits get amped up. Like, this is not just something we put on our butt. Sifting season is real. The
When
wheat
you
and
think
the tares
about
got to
the
get divided
sift,
somehow.
yeah, you think about a sift, like
You get all the good parts out, and then the things that are not one that stays in
it's
like a
gonna
string.
fall through. Yeah,
Yeah.
it falls through, honey.
So Con, what you think, Lily? What's your thoughts?
As you were talking, I was just really thinking about, you know, a lot of things are easier said than done, but I think that for me, what has been helping me through this time, because like Abarriyah was saying, like I really feel like a lot of us have been going through it. Like the furnace of adversity has really, really been turned up this year, and if I could only really tell y'all like everything, y'all be like, what? And the only thing that has really been keeping me is this word. That's it. I've been in this word like never ever before, just trying to keep that space of peace surrounding me and mental wellness, health, stability, all of that. Also family, being surrounded by, your family or sisters and things like that to help you. Definitely have those things when you feel like, the furnace of adversity is really turning up. But I started thinking about, like, yes, the Israelite woman is resilient, but it sometimes you may not have that example around you. So I wanted to give sisters a couple of accounts in the word that you can kind of go to And you can take those and read those when you're feeling like, okay, I'm dealing with this. Let me go read this. Or I'm dealing with that. Let me go read that. So the first one I thought about was, now, I hope I'm not saying this her name incorrect. Let me see. Tobit's wife. What's her name? Is it Anna? I think. So like, yeah. When was, yep, Anna. Um so Anna, she was resilient because when her family fell on hard times, she had to, basically be a support system within her household. And, that might be something a sister might be going through where, it might be a time where, income is low in the household and you might have to take on an extra job, or you might have to, work a couple extra hours or things like that. And, sometimes it can be tiresome. It's like, oh my goodness, I got to work extra. I got to do this. I got to do that. I still have to clean up the household, have to take care of myself, whether you be in school or, you have children, or it's just you and your husband, or, anything. It can sometimes feel like a lot. Also, having responsibilities around the house, trying to keep the house clean, trying to, make sure the bills are being paid on time and things like that. But this is Tobit chapter 2, um, and 11. It says, and my wife Anna did take women's work to do. And when she had sent them home to the owners, they paid her wages and gave her also besides a kid. And you can kind of read through Tobit to, see many accounts of this, sisters being resilient. But I chose this one because it's like sometimes it is hard and it is overwhelming. It can get overwhelming to take on so much, but just know, the Most High is your strength and that you can get through it. You know, sometimes being able to read about another sister's account is like, okay, this sister had to go through it. I can go through it as well. Um, Let me see. It's another one I wanted to get that's in Tobit too. I should have just grabbed my This is Tobit chapter 3 and verse 11. This is talking about Sarah, which becomes Tobias's wife. So basically, she was going through a lot of turmoil in her life. She was just having people talk about her, spreading rumors and, just talking bad on her. And she felt like, listen, I don't want to be here no more. What is my purpose? Like, I don't even want to do this no more. Every man that I end up trying to marry perishes, and I'm just tired of going through this. Um, 3 and 11. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna start at 10. It says, Tobit chapter 3 and 10. It says, when she heard these things, she was very sorrowful, so that she thought to have strangled herself. And she said, I am the only daughter of my father, and if I do this, it shall be a reproach unto him, and I shall bring his old age with sorrow unto the grave. Verse 11. Then she prayed towards the window and said, blessed art thou, O Lord my God, and thine holy and glorious name is blessed and honorable forever. Let all thy works praise thee forever. And then she said a prayer. So I wanted to show sisters that, during this time period where this sister thought that she didn't want to be here no more, she prayed to the Most High. The Lord is the one who allows us to be in these certain situations, but He's the one who also is building us back up. And that's what helps us be resilient. Like, we're not resilient on our own, we're resilient because the Most High is building us back up. And like Abarriyah said, it's only through these things that we are able to say, oh, dang, I'm built up through the Spirit. But why or how are you built up through the Spirit? It's like you went through all these different things. So I think that those two accounts are very mighty. And then I wanted to read two more, and then I'm gonna toss it back to Abarriyah, and then maybe sisters can, go read and study those. Um, Mark chapter 1 and verse 30. And these two accounts is, it's like, what? Okay. Mark chapter 1 and 30. It says, but Simon's wife's mother lay sick of a fever, and anon they tell him of her. And he came and took her by the hand and lifted her up, and immediately the fever left her, and she ministered unto them. So this sister was sick, and then she got up and ministered to them. Let me see.
Mm.
She got right back to work. She wasn't like, that's how a lot of, us are. It's like, we sick, but we still hold it down the household. We're sick, but we get up and we do what we gotta do. You get what I'm saying? So think about that. All our foremothers, just and our forefathers, they were very resilient in spirit. They didn't let things break them so easily. They didn't. Most of the time, you know they thought about, okay, other people are depending on me, so let me just, get back to it. And I think, we have adapted to pick up some of those traits and do the same thing. And then the last one is Luke chapter 8 and verse, I'm gonna start at, oh, this is two different ones in Luke chapter 8. Okay, so the first one in Luke chapter 8 is about the woman, of blood, having an issue of blood for 12 years. Listen, that sister was so resilient. She didn't let anything stop her. Okay, the doctors and stuff could not help her, but she said, "If I only get to touch the hem of the garment of the Lord, I am gonna be okay." She had that mindset, and she didn't let anything stop her. She didn't let anything, you know, I guess, persuade her not to go out and touch the hem of the Lord's garment. So this is Luke chapter 8 and 43. It says, and the woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment. And immediately her issue of blood stench. And Yahawashi said, who touched me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitudes throng thee and press thee, and sayest thou who touched me? So basically, it's like a whole bunch of people out here. You talking about who touched me? Like, it could have been anybody, but he felt it in the spirit. But what I'm saying is that sister persevered so much, and she fought. She did as much as she could. She spent all her money in savings and things like that, probably herbs, prayer, fasting, all of those
Mm.
things. And she still was like having faith. So through being resilient, you also have to have that faith that's going to sustain you. It's the resilience is the works plus the faith that's going together. Um, I'm gonna skip to verse 48. That's after she admitted that she touched the hem of his garment. And he said unto her, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith has made thee whole, and go in peace. So that's what I was saying. Your works and your faith. That's what resilience is. Um, and then I am going to go to Luke chapter 8 and verse 51. Oh, well, let me read 49 and then I'll just read the rest. It says, 248. It says, while he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying unto him, thy daughter is dead. Trouble not thy master. It says, but when Yahawashi heard it, he answered him, saying, fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole. So I'm gonna go down to verse 54. It says, "And he put them all out and called. He put them all out and took her by the hand, and he called, saying, Maid, arise. And her spirit came again, and she arose straight away and commanded to give her meat." So she got right back to it, like ain't nothing happened. I'm hungry. So I just wanted to give sisters these few accounts to just say, you know, it it might be tears and heartache, and it may be burdensome, and it you never know how long you'll be going through whatever you're going through. The woman of blood was 12 years. Tobit, he was blind for 8 years, so his wife had to hustle those 8 years. She had to make it work, make things shake. It don't say how long the young maid was sick or anything. But also you got Dorcas, Tabitha. It's so many different accounts. I want sisters to just go in and be like and feel uplifted through the spirit that if our foremothers were able to get through these things and come out mighty and resilient, you can as well. So
Mm. That is very beautiful. I'm gonna give you some snaps, claps.
you send me
Um,
on some time.
Here y'all breathe. It made me think of. It made me think when you said that the sister was sick and she got up and ministered unto them. What precept was that again?
That was Mark chapter 1 verse 30 and 31.
Come on, let me write that down. Mark 1:30 through 31. But it made me think, like the sister said, you may be sick, but you still gotta clean. You may be sick, but you still gotta cook. And it made me think of Romans 12 and 2. No, Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahawah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahawah, which is a reasonable
Mm,
service. So it made me think of making your body a living sacrifice, right? You might have
oh,
had a hard day. So, what does resilience in our everyday life look like? You might have had a hard day, but you still got to tend to your family. You still got to cook. You still got to clean. You still got to make sure your husband has his food. You still got to make sure the house is in order. You still got to make sure the children are in order. And when I say that, that's just the tip of the iceberg because there's a million things within that make sure the household is in order that you have to do. So, and even on a daily basis, resilience is getting up even when you don't feel like it because you're making your body living sacrifice unto the Lord. It's discipline. It's denying yourself a temporary pleasure to know that there's a greater reward at hand. Because at the end of the day, you being resilient is a part of you putting your brick in for the Lord, and that in itself helps you get closer unto the kingdom, most high willing. So we have to remember that being resilient is making our bodies a living sacrifice unto the Most High. It's denying and resisting the things that we want to do to get up and fight and do what's pleasing in the sight of the Lord. It's not doing what we want, but doing what the Most High want and what He said. And so that's what that made me think of. I just wanted to say that. That's what some beautiful points that you brought out, and that's what that made me think of.
time. And I had looked up the word minister in the Strong's G 1249. It says obsolete to run on errands compared to an attendant, a waiter. Let me see the other one. I think it's the same thing. Yep. So she ministered. She waited on them. She waited. She got whatever they needed. She served, you know, and it's not always easy. It's not always easy. But these trials that we go through, these things, they are literally the stepping stones to building us up. And like Abarriyah said, when we pray for things, I always say this, and anybody that talks to me on a regular basis knows when I say when we pray for things, we don't get to decide what they look like. When you pray for patience, you don't get to decide what that looks like. When you pray for the Lord to help you with your mouth, to watch your mouth, you don't get to decide what that looks like. When you get and ask the Lord for strength, you don't get to choose what that looks like. You don't get to choose what that trial or test or tribulation looks like. You don't get to determine how long that is. The Lord does. And so when you pray for things, you really have to understand what they say. Be careful for what you ask for because you just might get it. That is manyfold to that. But what I'm saying is, if it's something that's going to build you up through the spirit, you ultimately got to discern certain things as well. You have to be moving and discerning that, and remember that all things are spiritual. Oh man, I did just ask for the Lord to work on my patience. This lady is really working on my patience, and you know what, Lord, I'm not only supposed to be patient with my people who know who they are, but I'm supposed to be peaceable with all men. So let me just eh, be quiet and put that on the back burner. So it's so many different ways that even if you feel like you are still struggling, sis, I want you to take a moment and realize how far you have actually come. I want you to take a moment and praise the Most High and be like, you know what, Lord, I might not be exactly where I want to be, but I'm way better off than what I was a year ago, a month ago, 2 years ago. And with that being said, just know that when that spirit leaves, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, and it's gonna test you to see how far you really have come.
It's not gonna get
Cause
easier.
no, cause you might get a time where you slip up and you be like, "Dang, bro, I thought I wasn't dealing with that no more. I
Real.
thought I knew how to watch my mouth. I thought I knew how to keep my temper down. I thought I was working on a spirit of temperance.
Yep.
So it's
It's
not.
worth
It's not a game. This is not a drill.
And that's where the discipline comes in. You know, knowing better, so you do better, Lord willing. And we know it's easier said than done, but we have to remember that we're really clothed in strength, right?
Mm.
And it's like the Most High is our strength, and He's who gets us through. So as long as we continue to seek Him every day, it'll be okay. This is Proverbs 24:10. Without faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So the whole point of being resilient is to not faint in that day of adversity, to not faint when it gets tough. Um, because like the sister said, you don't get to choose what it's gonna look like, and it's gonna be hard sometimes. But that's just the most I seen you fit, really. That's just the most I seen you fit. You know, a father chastises his child.
It's
The,
very
a father
honorable.
whoops his children. I'm pretty sure a father. We all got disciplined when we grew up. I'm pretty sure we did. Whether it was by your dad or your mom, we all got disciplined.
Teachers.
Right. So how much more the Most High discipline us and whooping us?
Yeah.
He's our heavenly Father, right? But
Yeah.
they did it, you know. But the Most High does it, like the scriptures say, for our profit, so we can be partakers of His kingdom. That's the whole point.
Uh,
He got to get us right, and he got to Most High. We say we want the kingdom, but everybody can't go to the club. You got some people in the VIP section, and that's not a good reference. Never mind. Let me.
I mean, hey, but they know what you talk about, though.
Yeah,
So, hey.
I mean, you got some. Everybody can't get in. Basically, everybody can't get in. The Most High, He has to separate the wheat and the tares, bro. He has to separate those because we all say want the kingdom. We all say want a good time. We all trying to rule. We all trying to, have handmaids, and we all trying to get beamed up into them chariots, Lord willing. But that's not gonna be everybody's reality. So the Most High, He has to be like, okay, you say you want my kingdom. All right, well, I'm gonna put you through some tests, and we're gonna see if you about it.
Or
About
are
it.
you going to be
If you
like
about it,
Job's wife? Are you going to be
right,
cursing the Lord? Are you going to be,
right.
cursing the Lord? Are
Looking
you going
back
to
like
be,
Lot's wife and cursing the Lord like Job's wife? Or is you gonna be like Job and you gonna stand 10 toes for the Lord and praise him no matter what? Because Job said, my integrity has not left me, meaning you can put me through hell
mm,
and back, but I ain't gonna trust, I'm not gonna willingly be transgressing your laws because
mm,
I love and I fear you too much. So I'm gonna stand on business. I'm gonna stand on your business. I'm gonna be about my father's business. That's what it is, y'all. It's being about our father's business, not letting the things that you go through shake you so bad that you pull away and you stop reading, you stop praying, and you stop rebuking, and you stop fasting because then Satan got you right where he wanted you. You
mm.
just a door away from getting your way out of here. Lord forbid, we don't want that.
Uh,
Since I'm talking about Job, let's read Job. It's Job 27. in verse 5. God forbid, ooh, who? I'm gonna start at 3. All the while my breath is in me, and the spirit of Yahawah is in my nostrils. My lips shall not speak wickedness, nor my tongue utter deceit. God forbid that I should justify you. Till I die, I will not remove my integrity from me. My righteousness I hold fast and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me so long as I live. So he like, what? Let's see what integrity means, shall we? I used to remember when I was in elementary school. There's this poster on the wall. I'll never forget. Um, I was going to AZ Kelly Elementary, Antioch, Tennessee, and going down the stairs. Like, I'm not even gonna try to give y'all a blueprint of the building, but it was a certain set of stairs that had a poster that said, "Do the right thing when no one's watching." Right. And so that's kind of what integrity is. It means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Synonyms is honesty, honor, ethics, right-minded, righteousness, truthfulness,
Mm.
wholeness. And so it's doing the right thing even when it gets hard. It's doing the right thing when no one's watching. It's doing the right thing for you. How about Shema Shah, no matter how hard it get? And so where is your integrity? Right? Where is your, you got to hold fast your righteousness. You can't throw that away just because it gets hard. Your righteousness, you got to hold fast. Keeping the commandments, you got to hold that fast. Doing what's pleasing in the sight of the Lord, you have to hold that fast. Because the Most High, He sees everything. He sees us. He sees how we move through these trials and tribulations. He sees those that are still calling upon His name even when it gets hard. And He sees those that are turning away from Him when it gets hard. That's putting the book down. That's putting their Bible down. That's putting their sword down. And like the brother said in that video, a man in war, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but have you ever heard about a war in history or seen a movie when they put down their sword in the fight and said, "Yeah, I'm tired, I'm done. I didn't have my fair share to fight today." I mean, have you ever seen that? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Mm-mm.
I've never seen that.
Unless they just scared and just like, I surrender.
I've never heard of somebody in battle saying, "I surrender." It was nice fighting y'all. How much more us in this walk though? Because this is the spiritual battlefield. We're supposed to be
Don't give
so
up now.
right. We're supposed to be soldiers of Yahawashi, and a soldier is somebody that perseveres when it gets hard, that keeps going. Soldiers and resilience go hand in hand. Did not Paul say in Second Timothy, though therefore endure hardness and be a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach? This is Second Timothy. Not up, but Paul didn't say that, did he? Yes, he did. Second Timothy 2 and 3. And though therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach. So no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not crowned except he strive lawfully. And so we're trying to get crowned while we're striving to keep these commandments, strive lawfully. So we got to continue to strive and endure hardness as a good soldier because, we warrior princesses. We're princesses of Zion. We have the bloody Habashamasha in us, and a soldier is somebody who keeps going. So be that resilient sister, be that resilient woman, right? Do it because what the most I said, so one. And two, because you should want to get the kingdom, Lord willing. But the Most High, He has to prove us just like He had to prove our forefathers and our foremothers in the wilderness. That's Deuteronomy 8 and 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee and to prove thee to know what was in thy heart, whether thou wouldest keep His commandments or no. And He humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not. Neither did thy fathers know, that He might make thee know that man did not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahawah. So the Most High humbled our forefathers, and He proved them to see what they was going to do. And He's doing the same thing to us. He's humbling us and He's proving us to see if we're really going to keep the commandments, even when it gets hard, when even on a carnal level, when your car note is past due, when your light bill is past due, when you don't have a dime on your account, are you still going to praise my name and keep my commandments?
Uh,
Are you still going to get up and pray to me every day? Are you still going to seek my face every day? Are you still going to read every day? Are you still going to rebuke Satan? Are you going to be fasting like you should? Or are you just going to kind of just soak in it? Because why be resilient again? I mean, what else are you going to do? There's only two options. You're going to fight back and be resilient, or you're going to soak in it. And just
Swim
water.
or sink. Swim or sink.
So so just food for thought, y'all. The Most High, he knows what he's doing, but we just gotta trust him and understand that we don't have to know every little detail. Just trust that the Most High is doing what he's supposed to do, and he knows what's best for us. So, like I said, the characteristics that we want, especially from righteous foremothers, they're not gonna come overnight, and they're not gonna come in a. It's like the sister said, careful what you ask for. You know, we pray to be better, and this is how we get better through that fire. So don't be down now. I mean, you asked for it, and it is easier said than done. It's hard days sometimes, but
Oh Lord.
something important is just striving to find the joy in it. We don't want to get to in a state where the only time that we're ever in a good mood is when everything is going fine and everything is going exactly how we want it. At some point, even when it's hard, you smile a little bit, thank the Most High, and praise Him. You know,
Yep.
because you're still in this thing, right? And you don't want the only time you thank the Most High and praise Him, and like I said, be in a good mood is when everything is going your way. Because at the end of the day, all these things are working together for your good. And this exact tribulation that you're going through, that is how you're going to be better. That is how you're going to work
Yep.
on your mouth. That is how you're going to work on your anger. But you got to pass these tests. You can't keep falling to the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. At some point, you got to be resilient. You got to fight back and not
Yeah.
give in. You see how that goes?
Yeah. No, for real though, because in I'll say in my trials or tribulations, things that I go through, I've learned to trust the Most High. I've built a profound trust that, like I said earlier, it gives me that space for peace to be like, you know what, I have no other option but to fall to the feet of the Lord and cry out unto Him and let the Lord handle it, because a lot of the times you try to handle things on your own and it just makes it worse when you could just give it to the Lord and, still do your part, and having that works and, works and faith go together. But ultimately, like I said, the Lord is the one who brought these things upon us. So we have to, in order to be resilient, we have to trust the Most High, unwavering. You can't be like, I trust sometimes, and today I will, and the next moment I'm going to question the Lord. You don't want to do that. You don't want to provoke the Lord to anger or anything like that. You want to, like Abarriyah says, stand on business. You want to keep that same energy. You want to, not only, like you said, Abarriyah, when it's, things are going good, but, you know, most high forbid, you know, it's a family member that may have passed away, or, you no longer have a car, or you no longer have the big house that you used to live in, or you no longer have that job that, that was providing that income, and, different things like that, that now it's like, oh, well, I'm not praying no more, or oh, I'm not. No, you be resilient. Get back up. Okay, let me go look for another job. Okay, let me see how I can, get another car. Let me see how much money I need to save up. Let me see how I can, and through you doing those things, the Lord will align things, and put them together for you so that you can be like, oh my goodness. And another sister come to you and be like, oh, I'm going through this. And you be like, hold up. I just went through that. And then you're able to share your testimony with that sister. Like I said, I think I said this last episode. A lot of the things my mom was telling me, a lot of the stuff that I'm going through right now, it's not about me. It's not about me. And a beer can attest to, we talked earlier, and I was like, well, I'll just share what I've been going through. So, and then it's just like, we going through the same thing. So it's just like, a lot of times it's not about you. It's about how you can help, in the things that I shared, can help that sister endure through her situation. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I wanted to also read Sirach chapter 34 verse 9 and 10. It says, "A man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. He that have no experience knoweth little, but he that have traveled is full of prudence." So when you grow in age, and we were talking about our age earlier, it's like when you're younger, I'm not here to discredit anybody who is young and they have a lot of wisdom. I'll praise to the Most High for that. But most of the times, like my grandmother would tell me, "I've been here longer than you, so I know a little bit more than what you know, or I can help you out in certain areas." When you go through these things, when you go through these trials and tribulations, and learning how to trust the Most High, unwavering, when you learn how to continuously seek the Most High through, uh, listen, the house might have got set on fire and you no longer have anywhere to live, and you're still praying to the Lord, and you're still thankful, and you're still content with what you have. Those are the things that, when you talk about it, it inspires other sisters to be resilient, because they might just be dealing with what they got, a broken dishwasher in the house, and now they got to wash all the dishes, and they stressed out because all the kids keep piling up all the dishes in the house. But when they look at your situation, they just like, dang, I really need to. It humbles them down and help them to be resilient in the situation that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So, um, most high willing, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That was beautifully said. Definitely. Um, we definitely go through things to help others, because didn't Paul say, there have no temptation taking you, but such is common to man, and
Common, common.
such is common to man, right? The things we go through are common to one another. There's a million women going through the things we go through. And so even, it can be telling somebody about your testimony and how the Most High got you through that you didn't even know, just in a passing, and you really uplift a sister spirit who may not be in the faith,
Mm,
or it might be a
that
sister
that
in the
happened to
faith.
me. That
See that?
happened to me. That happened to me. You know what I've been going through, but I was my mom had came to see me, and she was going to go to a restaurant, and she was going to sit down and eat. And I told my husband, I was like, "Oh, I feel bad. I don't want to leave my mom there by herself." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna sit down with my mom." I was like, "Babe, you want to come?" He was like, "No." So he went in the house and laid down, and I went and I sat at the restaurant with um with my mom, and I was like, "You thought you was gonna be in here eating by yourself?" And she was happy about it. But the lady that was our waitress, um I had got up to pay, and she was like, she started asking me some questions, and so I had told her, the answers to the questions. And she was like, "Oh my goodness." And she started sharing her story. And I was like, if I never would have came in here, I never would have received that piece of comfort that I needed more than ever in that time, that, my mom couldn't provide to me because she hadn't been through the experience that I had went through. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that's real, because I literally went through that. And that's a complete stranger. I don't know her, but we got the same name though.
Period. I like that. Brittany or Lily? Oh, my
Brittany.
bad. I did not mean it.
It's okay.
My bad. All praises. My bad. But that's beautiful. All praises. That's why I like the Most High. He can, and that's something my head told me like 2 days ago. He told me, always be willing to listen and take advice, because anybody could. Most I can speak through anybody. Like, don't harden your heart and be
Mhm.
like, boy, or like, don't, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're not even the truth.
Be humble and
Like,
learn
don't
from
be like that.
angels.
We have to be
Yeah.
humble. Not that I be telling people like, y'all know what you're talking about, but
Like, be quiet. You being a fool.
yeah, but yeah, that's real. Like, the most I can speak through anybody. So don't brush off what people say just because they're not in the same faith as you, because the Most High could be definitely using them to speak through you. And we know the Most High is the one that gives us comfort, and He speaks through people. He's able to give us comfort using other people. And like,
Not
you
to
have more
pride.
experience, you have more wisdom when you experience something. So if two people have experienced the same thing, y'all are able to help each other. That person is able to help you through what they experienced and how they got through it. So I believe that things we go through will be a testament to other sisters in our walk, or other sisters that we may not know, or just even random
Mhm.
people you come across. It might be a little kid. You just never know how the Most High can use you to help somebody else. So
Mhm.
you have to keep fighting because somebody out here needs you. You know, somebody out here needs your testimony, and they need to know how the Most High brought you through it, and so he'll be able to bring them through it. Most High willing. And so you're needed. If you haven't heard it lately, you're needed. You're appreciated. You're loved, and we just gotta stay strong in this thing. I feel like I was gonna say something else because Lily dropped a lot of beautiful gems.
My bad.
But no, very beautiful. I needed to hear them. I needed to hear them. But yeah, y'all, I think that's pretty much it. Every time we have a podcast, when the podcast ends, I always come up with more points. But it's
That's
okay.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everything.
Most high,
I'll go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I wanted to say what you said to me, to the sisters that are watching. You are needed. You are loved. We need you more than ever. So now is not the time to give up, give in. And like I said, if I could really have that space to share with y'all all that I've been going through, you are needed. You are very much needed. Somebody is looking up to you. Please don't stop. Please don't give up. Please don't get weary. Please don't get weak. Please don't give in. Please just don't. I want to start crying. So I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to just say, I love y'all. Keep enduring, even through these hard times. The Most High did not give you the lot that He gave you for no reason. And you can see it through. If I can see through what I've been going through, you can see through 10 times what I'm going through. Okay?
Kind. I'm gonna close off with this. This is Hebrews. Beat them Hebrews. Who didn't let them bruise in the dough?
Purr.
Who didn't let them bruise in the dough? It's Hebrews 2:5. Ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahawah dealeth with you as with the sons. And what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? So like it. But if you be without chastisement, whereof are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection to the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. And no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. So lift up those hands and knees, lift up your head that's hanging down, and praise Yahawashi Shah,
We give Him praise
because this is
in
the
the
day that which the Lord have made, and we rejoice and be glad in it. The Most High sees you fit. He saw something in you. Thieves don't break into empty houses. May I say it again, that thieves do not break into empty houses. So Satan sees something in you as well, and he's trying to do everything he can to tear you down and to take it from you so that you don't get the kingdom. But you got to keep fighting because somebody out here needs you. And I know it's easier said than done, but this is what you do. You take it day by day, and you find things that help you get through it. Whether that be journaling, whether that be going on a walk, whether that be of course, prayer and rebuking and seeking the Most High, fasting, but find other things. Maybe get a hobby. Maybe go take some free pottery classes. I like pottery.
go
I
for a
did
walk.
pottery with when I worked at the Boys and Girls Club. So I like art. Where they be like just ceramics classes and painting classes, whether it be something once a month that you do. I know at my library they do a children's reading with the children every 2 weeks. So even if something like you and your kids want to go at the library, if even you want to go to a library, make it something constant that you can do, that you look forward to, that helps you get through your hard times. Whether that be going to the lake to read once a week. Um, Whether that be, like I said, diving into a new hobby, learning how to crochet, setting aside, like making, setting aside time every maybe 2 times out the week or 3 times out the week to crochet, to practice crochet for 30 to 40 minutes if you're able to. Find something that speaks to you, that helps you. Find something to help you bring joy and peace into yourself, because at the end of the day, we still have to move in the fruits of the spirit. And so when we're not operating those fruits, we're not really operating the spirit how we should be. And
Con.
so remove sorrow far from thee, because sorrow have killed many. Sirach 30 and 23. So just take it day by day, sisters. It's not easy. Some days are harder. Some seasons are very hard, but greater is the Most High in you than He in the world. So as long as you continue to cry aloud and say how about Shema Shai every day, you will be okay. We love y'all. You are needed. You are appreciated. You are wanted. We need you. The Most High has called you. So keep fighting and do everything you can to make the call of your election sure. But self-examine and write down things you need to work on if you need to. But now it's not the time to give up because, truth be told, Sirach 26 and 28, there be three things that grieve my heart. And one of them is a man that returned from righteousness to sin, and the Lord
Oh
prepared such a
Lord.
one for the sword. So there's a sword waiting for you if you go back. Truth be told, so don't go back because ain't nothing for you there. You got to keep pressing toward the mark. That's all you can do. So I feel
Most
really
I
sick.
willing y'all have a good week. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Shalawam.